Welcome back to... Hello? What? Let me exit. I didn't click on anything. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So we are going to continue from where we left off. And I think this game is going to be out... yeah, the next day. So 2 episodes in a row. Load the save data? Yes. Ring, ring. My cellular is ringing. Hello? This is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Maya? What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely. And it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. You mean from the previous trial? A thinker-shaped clock? A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. It is that one. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it. Instead. Okay. Papers. Is that the evidence then? Well, that's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. There's a possibility that it might turn out that way. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner, something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep. I'll be waiting. Maya. Conversation recorded September 9th, 9:27 a.m. Okay. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay? You are a poor liar. Why? I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that stole those papers. How could you know? Oh, you're not coniferous of my background? Cogniferous? I mean, like cognizant? Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Maya? Maybe she's in her office. Examine? Well, this is a new mechanic. I smell blood. That can't be good. I have to check and see if the chief's okay. What am I allowed to check? I obviously the door, but like, is there anything else that it would let me? Okay. You're saying the same things. Fine, fine. The only thing is the door. What? Okay, if I go back, then I can move, right? To the office. That smell. Blood. So, this. Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Who are you? What just happened? Strange girl dropped out cold. I left her laying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally, she was cold. Chief. Examine this time. There's plenty of things to look at. Obviously, her. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here... She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker, just lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. The thinker added to the court records. We're not in court. And technically, I don't think you're an investigator or anything like that, so maybe you shouldn't be doing this, but the police should be doing this. There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of glass. The glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. This thing, I'm guessing. Glass shards added to the court record. Nothing else seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Oh, just look at this one. A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. A receipt added to the court record. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. Okay, I'm guessing we just go back now. Yeah, move to the front. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on the sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes. Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya. So, Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Yeah, imagine that. Using things outside the courtroom? Who would have thought? Present. Objection. No, wait. Present it, actually. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. But why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. But why would Sis write my name? Oh, uh-oh. Now I've done it. I'd better hurry up and call the police. Well, okay, let's go back then. Actually, what happens if we just talk? What happened? She seemed to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And Sis, she was already dead. You and the chief? So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Well, you knew you were meeting the chief and her sister to go out for dinner. Of course she would be here late at night. You came here to do that. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the thinker. Okay, we're done all the talk options. Examine. Move. Well, we could go back to the office. And then we could, examine the phone, I guess. I don't know. We need to make a call. Right. I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Please. Please, come quick. What? What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window. She's staring right at me? She's holding a phone in her hand. I don't know what to do now. Oh. There's evidence here. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. But all she could use... About all she used this PC for was email. Okay. She picked up the ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Got that done. Can we investigate this further? The phone receiver is missing a few screws. I better not use it. Okay. The Fay & Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Well, you can see the last person who was here, I guess. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Okay, so that's that entire thing. Oh, just the desk? A perfectly normal office desk. The chief had a very particular policy about office decor. Spend big on stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. Okay, so that's all of that. Whoop. Oh, got that. Well, the overturned chair. The chief's chair. A simple functional design. It feels pretty good to sit in, too. Oh, okay. I'm guessing that's everything here that I need to look at. Move back out to here. Oh, police sirens. The police. Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, police. Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe. See? Gumshoe. What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? And got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya? Wait. She wouldn't have. No. Whoa. Excuse me. Huh? This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down her killer's name. Killer? I'm not. Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. Oh, what? Yep, case closed. That's immediate. It's done. Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m., detention center, visitors room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh. It's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I'm gonna say of course I will, because I don't know if it's up to you is a good answer, and sorry not a chance is evil. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. Really? Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I could do it? No, no one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office. You looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on the edge the whole time. It's been a while. Ah, so he crashed and burned. He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh? Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get in trouble now. Don't worry. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait and give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. No, come on. I just have to look at the evidence and say objection a few times and we're good. That's what she said. I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Maya... I know. Examine? Move? What? Examine what? Is there anything to examine? This dude. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. We'll plan a prison break right here and now. Smile for the camera. I mean, that's literally it. I don't think there's physically anything else. Move might be the wrong move. Talk about Maya? There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolyte? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium, in training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes. That clock shaped like the Thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that... I remember. You want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things. Well, that's extremely useful evidence. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered. The detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see the Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. This one, okay. And let's talk about spirit mediums. So you're an acolyte. Or medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? I can just ask who her killer was? I'm sorry. I'm still in training, of course. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go and ask him to represent me? Okay. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. I'm sitting right here. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon, and visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Why isn't this one checkmarked? Wasn't this one checkmarked before? You tell me about the murder? Sorry. It must be hard. No, it's okay. Thinker clock, yeah, same thing. Oh, the lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Okay, so everything is done there. So we could move. Grossberg Law Offices. I'm guessing that's where I'm supposed to find the person to represent her, but they're gonna say no, obviously. September 6th, Grossberg Offices. I don't know what time it is, but I have to get back before 4. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. They couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention, run an office like this. This is quite literally the opposite of how her office is. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Let's examine for a second real quick. Let's see. Indiana Jones up in here. The painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Okay, super expensive painting to decorate the office. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read, and of course they're for decoration. Oh, it's all of this then. Mahogany. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Of course. Oh, what was there? Nope. Okay. A plant. An expensive potted plant. Can you tell that it's expensive? No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Mahogany. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. Regular couch. Mahogany. Nothing else here? Okay. We're done examining, we move. Well, we have to go back to the detention center then, I guess. Wait, we could go back here. September 6th, Bay & Co. Law Offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busy searching for clues. Hey, you there. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. I don't know... don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. The Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Well, he was proven not guilty, but... right. And you were... obviously Detective Gumshoe. I kind of want to call him something else, like Gumtree or something. Sued Shoes. Huh. Let's go with his actual name. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right. At your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyways, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick. Ew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. I guess I could still examine stuff. The sky's blue, and so am I. There's the... so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Plant. Maya's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could remember. Cordyline stricta. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that word. Who's that? Who even said that? I don't know, the plant probably. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. And there's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of these. Again, completely opposite to that other detective. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. Well, don't worry, her spirit's gonna come back or something. Her sister's gonna channel it back or something. I mean, actually, if she was powerful enough, if she wasn't still in training, she might be able to just bring her spirit back, put it back in the body, and then she's good. But it's too late for that. She would have had to do it, like, immediately. Okay, we're done with that. No more investigation. Talk. Maya? About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now, don't look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. Okay, autopsy report added to the evidence. Maya. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you ain't gonna win. Of course I'm gonna win. Oh, why do you say that? The city's prosecutor, Edgeworth, on the prosecution. Oh, Edgeworth, the rival. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Let's find out about him. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you don't know him, don't you? You do know him, don't you? Oh, of course I don't. I do not know him. Yeah, of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain, he doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. No, don't talk about it that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edward hates crime with almost an abnormal passion. I never imagined to be facing him so soon. Okay, so we're done all of that. I wanted to get the cell phone evidence, but I guess that's not a thing I could get here. Present you with... Had a conversation with my sister on the cell phone. Can I do that? I was wondering, do you see my face cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you can give it back? Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's onto me. Tell him straight, tell him not so straight. Probably tell him straight. When I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? No, it's just, you know, detective. Nope. I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. That cell phone holds all the little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're trying to confuse me? Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive. You're quite a detective. Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there, after all. Seems she didn't notice a recorded conversation. My cell phone, received from Detective Gumshoe. I mean, that should be an evidence, shouldn't it? You shouldn't be the one that has it. It needs to be an evidence for the court record, not in your pocket in the court record. That's weird. This is weird. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. Y'all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I want to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyways, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyery ways, pal. What are you talking about? Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me your name, Miss May, huh? So you've seen her home already then? You're trying to... your lawyer tricks on me now. She's not going outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Okay, we can go back. And I think we can move now. Back to the hotel. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Okay. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Hee hee. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up, so I can look the part of a beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. You mean you? Well, we'll examine the hotel for a sec. Fancy painting? Ah, a still-scene painting. What should that... Wait, should that be still life? Whatever, one of those is hanging on the wall. A plant. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. Okay. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fainco offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. Bed? A simple bed. It's been recently made, nothing eye-catching here. So we're done all that. And then the most obvious thing. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey, hey. What are you doing? No touching. Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Well, a screwdriver and something to do with the phone receiver. We're done examining, I think. Talk. What do you witness? Do you think you'd tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observe? Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary, right? Oh, well, better not encourage her. You know, the thing that occurred, happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it, pretty please? Let me see, well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Well, I guess that's that, Miss May. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer. Are you hitting on me? No. Hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've ever blushed this much. Right, can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh boy. This room. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Oh. What amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television. Oh, no, not me. I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. Okay. Anything I could present here? Lawyer badge. Yeah, present that. Let's move. We're done with this. Detention center? Yeah, we probably need to go back here. Hey. What is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry. I haven't seen him yet. I see. I better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. Well, I tried, and the guy wasn't there. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should wait here for him to come back. Ahem. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. So you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. It looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. So you're a lawyer, are you now? Are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one can get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey? Yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Oh, wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyways. I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Yeah, something's off with him. Though I don't entirely know how he's linked to this. We've already examined everything in the office, right? Mahogany. I don't think anything's changed. It doesn't look like anything's different up in here. Would talk give me your refusal? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just I'm busy, you see? But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyways. I'll go look elsewhere. I think not. Did you say something? I think not, I said. Well, what do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I have nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That painting? That's quite a painting. Ah, you noticed. That's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the wave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. And that's all of the options here, so I guess we go. Back to the detention center. I have some bad news. Well, it's almost too late now. We only have like 18 minutes left to find someone. So... Hi, Oh, you're back. Did you find a lawyer? Well... What do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? Or... I see. I've been abandoned then. No, everything's good, everything's good. Wait, let me present my badge. I am a detective. Talk. Your family. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? Her mother? Why are we pressing on this? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her. All by herself up on that mountain. Your mother's enemy? So, who was the man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use your spirit medium, did they? Or a spirit medium. The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow. So what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with a medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud and that the media jumped on it, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became a laughingstock of the nation. I see. What? Excuse me, White? That was his name. My sister told me. White, Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m., time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Yeah, just leave her and go home. We're done. Defend her! I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Well, why? Why? Well... I can't abandon you. Someone else is the culprit. I don't know why. I can't abandon you. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? A screwdriver. It was when I tried to look in the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Well, we'll go back then. Go back to investigate. Let's move. Back to the hotel. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using our facilities. If you have no need for anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey. Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance. Snoop around a bit. Oh, I almost forgot. Yeah, you came back quick. May I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned? Oh, look at that, Mr. White. Everybody's entangled and everything. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp. Where have I heard that name before? You know exactly where you've heard that name before. White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? This is a strange one, because if they consulted a medium in private and then found somebody guilty, they would have found somebody guilty based on the evidence. So that person couldn't have been found innocent afterwards just because it came to light that they consulted a medium. The medium part doesn't matter. They would have still needed evidence in a court trial, and to present it all of that should have stood up on its own. It doesn't matter if they just dream up some random person to investigate, as long as the evidence is actually there. Anyway, let's examine the drawer. There's a screwdriver sticking out of the half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Add to the court record. Huh. Just randomly added, just like that. But you're a lawyer. I don't know how you can do that. There's definitely something suspicious about this May. This Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all of this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Yep, and get straight to her bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy. Still there? Time to scram. I look forward to... Tangoing, right. Tangoing with you, Miss May. In court. Not in bed. To be continued. Save your progress? Yes. Save over this one? Yes. And we are continuing immediately. Wait. Back. This is going to be a longer episode because I want to get through this trial. All of this was like prelude to trial. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 1. Oh, we are here. It is time. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. You have plenty of reason. You know it. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we call our first witness, Your Honor, the prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I am the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. Well, the court should have had all of these in evidence to begin with, filed away, before anything ever even started. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe? Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. A witness testimony. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination? Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. There are tons of contradictions. You know it yourself. Whoosh. Smack. Hey. I just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, you should know these things too. Let's give it a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Cross-examination begin. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Okay, so now I can press on this. I don't think there would be anything here anyways. Let's just move on. Actually, let's go back and we'll press on everything. I want to see what happens if I do that. Hold it! Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across the crime scene. Okay. I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right. Please continue. Of course it didn't do much. There are already 2 people there. Let's press on this. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Phoenix Wright. Press on this. I immediately arrested Miss Fey. Press on this. Why is that? What's your reason? Why, we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Can't see a single contradiction there. Just have to take Maya's advice and press him on anything suspicious. Obviously, that's not the suspicious part. Oh, well, not this one. Okay. I immediately arrested her. Alright, we had a witness account describing her. Press on this one. This is probably the one. Hold on just one second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had heard evidence she did it, correct? You had hard evidence she did it. And... yeah... Did I say that? Me? Yeah, you did. I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? Oh, what? Miss May isn't suspicious. And she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe? Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Yeah. Sorry. I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's go again. Try it again. Witness testimony take 2. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it were the words Maya, was written clearly in blood. The test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? And that's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence in the first place? I know. I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin cross-examination. Cross-examination take 2. Hard evidence. Yeah. Found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. You did do that. On it were the words, clearly in blood. Blood was the victim's. On the victim's finger. Where she died, then wrote the killer's name. Detective Gumshoe. Do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happened all the time in books and in the movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Ugh. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess. I haven't heard of many cases, no? Do you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually. You got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. I have a piece of evidence, hold on. Order. That didn't go as well. That's right. What he said. It's his whole testimony. Okay. There has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. There is. Yeah. Earth and blood, victims. Blood found on the victim's finger before she died. No. Which one? Present. This one. Time of death, blah blah blah. Single blunt for trauma, death was instantaneous. So, present that. Detective Gumshoe. There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say the victim, Miss Fay, Mia Fay, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fay. That's really what you're saying. Well, what? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order in the court. Come on, people. Every time. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day of the murder? The day after the murder? I forget. I actually forget. It was the day of the murder, wasn't it? Or was it the day right after? The day right after because I was questioned all night into the next day, the day after. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being? That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. Well, what? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there's a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. Oh, no way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. It should have already been submitted, and I should have already been notified before any of this even happened. Understood. The court accepts this evidence. Autopsy report updated. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. I'll let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May. At your service. Murder. Introduction does not require a reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. He's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices? That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Testimony begin. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and, she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Well, Your Honor? I see. It's a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Oh, wait, Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Oh, quite firm, huh? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, weren't you? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies? How is that cowardly, you piece of... Oh, this guy. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright? Will you cross-examine? Oh, no, thanks. Yes, I'm doing it. What is wrong with this court? You should all be fired. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Yeah, plenty. Very well, he may begin cross-examination. Witness's account. Okay. So it was like 9 at night when I looked out the window, that's fine, and then, oh, I saw a woman wait. When did everything happen? Okay, that's not gonna say anything. Was there any opportunity to even use this one? Okay. Well, that's gonna be useful. The murder scene. Can I actually check that? Oh, that's cool. Okay, if I remember correctly, the victim was like here and the murder weapon was here. So the window is here where you're able to see inside the office. Okay. The woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. I want to press that. How do you know she was the defendant? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Question of the testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. Oh, what? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... You're lying or you saw nothing? Oh, I don't know. You didn't really see the defendant at all. Erp. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes. What's the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Uh-huh. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed like that way the night of the murder. We do. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Why was there jiggle physics there? I'll be a good girl, I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Testimony take 2. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Ran off to the right, that's gonna be important. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon, I saw it. I did. That clock, that kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report startle you? Yes, actually. You shouldn't even know there was a clock. I see. I only wish you had been more so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Oh, yes. I'm surprised you knew it was a clock. Blah, blah, blah. Dodge to the right. I actually kind of want to check on that. What does to the right mean? Check that one. Actually, what does to the right mean? Who's right? If you're looking out this way, then she dodged this way. Though, she should have dodged this way to the left because this is all broken, but whatever. There might be something better to present? She hit her with a weapon, I saw she did it. That clock. A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Well, yeah. Actually, but it's actually a clock. Yeah, but you have no way of knowing that it was actually a clock. Wasn't there something that said something like that? I don't know. Let me try. Press on this one. Is that right as in your right? As you look from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right, it was my right. My right hand, right? Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. Yeah, I'm wondering about this one. What if I were to present this? This evidence clearly reveals contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. Not exactly... They're just not related. They aren't. They, not at all. Mr. Wright, please think... Okay, fine. Ah, I see what that bar is now for. Okay, fine. Hit her with a weapon, I saw it, the clock, the thinker. What if I present the thinker itself? Present. Miss Maya, you said just now it was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh. You'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Erp. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order in the court. Miss May, can you explain how you knew this was a clock? Oh, the witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. No, it's not. Stop being a terrible lawyer and a terrible human. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. Oh, you will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. Object straight to the judge. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Yeah, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time. From across in another building? So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co? No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law office of Fay & Co, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... she couldn't have heard it. And it couldn't have rung. There's nothing inside the clock. All the gears are out. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard the clock go off in the building next door. You have proof that she could not? Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. The prosecution denies your request. Of what? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed, objection sustained. Damn, it's time to switch directions quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court. It's inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It's as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It's as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May. Tisk. What tisk are you tisking? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty? Somehow he knew? I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. No, it wasn't, because I have a phone recording proving that it wasn't. It was emptied beforehand, earlier that morning. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright? Can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Yes, I can. Oh. Impossible, of course. I have proof. Well, what? Uh-huh. Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clock was removed was right here. Take that! Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. You have a girly phone. But wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order in the court. Defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Yeah, just like other things weren't brought to my attention. That should have been. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. A good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. Oh, really? Every single case Edgeworth has ever worked needs to be reevaluated. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. Ah, I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th and 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone by the time it was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to it so many... Oops, I forgot. Wink. The witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes, of course. It's a one-of-a-kind or two-of-a-kind clock. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to the court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness has not seen the clock before. Actually, do I even have something like that? It's literally the thinker itself. I don't know. It's literally this. Take that! It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Oh, remember? What the hell's happening now? He's transformed. What is it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh. Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. That's scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... You had heard about it? No, you held it. It's familiar territory. I just used the same approach as with Larry. Miss May held that very clock in her hands. Mr. Wright, when was this? When she used it to strike the victim. When else? Order. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? April May, you killed Maya Fey. I say. And when you struck the force of the impact made the thinker ring. That's when you heard it. Wait, that's not possible. Why are you going down that route? You truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix Wright. No, what's that supposed to mean? It was just you who proved the thinker was empty. Oh, of course, it wouldn't ring. What's more, the witness has a rock-solid alibi. Miss May? Perhaps you could explain to the poor, misguided Mr. Wright that you were in the hotel at the time of the murder. She can't prove it. She can't prove it. She did it. It would be my pleasure. No way. Yes way, Mr. Lawyer. Didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? And that's exactly the time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy. Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness's story. Ergo, she was not at the crime scene, a rock solid. Mr. Wright, you've just made a serious accusation against a perfectly innocent woman. Oh, sorry, Your Honor. That didn't go as well. But if that's the case, then how did she know the thinker was a clock? Wait. Your Honor, I figured it out. There's one other way Miss April May could have known it was a clock. One way alone, and I have proof. Well, proof, you say. Then, the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock? That's a good question. The wiretap. Present that. Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were taping the victim, Miss Maya Fay's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Yes, actually. Absolutely. Even if that were the case, which it is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. Proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. Well, I have this that we had from earlier. I presented the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen one more time to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like a statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation, and that's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May, shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me, you lawyer? This is no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that? So I'm the bad girl? Is that it? Is that it? Oh, and she starts crying, of course. That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal with the final blow. Okay. You did it, didn't you? Or why the wiretap? Why the wiretap? Miss May, why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? It's, tippy-tapping or irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Oh. I don't know. If he called the bellboy as a witness, then if the bellboy directly saw her, instead of being like, oh no, she's in the bathroom or something, then you have nothing here. If you continue to examine her, like, I mean, she hasn't answered the question yet, why she was actually tapping the phone. I don't know. Let's try the bellboy. Let's see where that goes. I'd also like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunk in quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Well, why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy. Then will you recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent? And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. What is all this nonsense? That is my condition. What? Better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared on the spot. That's not how any of this works. Okay, hold on. What happens if I give up? Sure, I can't accept those conditions. Very well. The defense will refrain from calling the bellboy as a witness. I see. You may continue your cross-examination. Hopefully I'll get another chance. Okay, has admitted to a wiretapping, yes. But that bears no relevance on the case at hand, murder. There's no way you can prove any connection. Uh-oh. This can't end, but I'm out of evidence. The cross-examination is over, Mr. Edgeworth. Does the person have any other witnesses to call? None, Your Honor. She's the last. What? So that means... He's guilty? No. Oh, wait, Your Honor. So then we just call the bellboy anyways. I also would like to call the bellboy after all. Yeah, I thought that would happen. If there was literally nothing else I could do with her, then there is another witness. Yeah, stop your stupid. Yeah. I'm not agreeing to any of your conditions. That's not how any of this works. We called the bellboy, okay. I believe we're ready with this testimony. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. Why do you have a platter with stuff? That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, witness may begin. Very good, sir. Okay. I am the head bellboy at the Fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from a guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9, on the dot. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. Okay. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder, Maya will be finished. This one's going to be an interesting one. I'm not entirely sure what to do with this one. Yeah, that's fine. 4 generations. 8 in the evening for our guest. Okay. I'm gonna press on this one. Let's see what happens. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... The point being, I remember her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? For an iced coffee, we brought up 9 on the dot. Okay. Precisely the requested time. And delivered the iced coffee. We press on this one. Are you sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. So how come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought her room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embarrasser, sir. Embarrasser? What? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Well, why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never forget, sir. Pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest. Oh, wait. Please, wait. Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. You're a charade. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance to ask him about. Check-in, room service, bed making. I see nothing wrong with the check-in, the room service maybe, the bed making. Why? The bed was neatly made, but I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. Room service? Now tell me again about our room service. Again, sir? Exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May at room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge that I recall, I see. $18? That seemed a bit expensive. Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know. And we don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did he say? You mean for 2? What did you say? Or rather, quite... Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. You're such a fool. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask? Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if it wasn't specifically asked, sir. Ugh. You fool. You're a terrible human being, Edgeworth. I've done it. I've won. You haven't won yet. We still have a ways to go. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... Miss April May? The man with Miss April May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi for the time of the murder. However, that doesn't clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all for today. The trial of Miss Fay. Or Maya Fay. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Mr. Wright, you're amazing in there. Oh, really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Eh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, sends shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? And do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May, he's the key. Oh, I get it. What happens to Miss May after that, anyways? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. You think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. Yeah, I'll just fully be an investigator. A detective, just hunt him down, I don't know. I'll do the police's job, the detective's job, like everybody's job. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. Thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack and ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do to me, after all. Anyways, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating, even though you're a lawyer. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Okay, I think we'll end this here. Saving content. I'd like to save your progression. Yes. Yes. Yeah, so we will pause, or well, we'll end this episode here, and next episode we'll do the final part of episode 2 for this trial. Because I think this episode has gone on for quite a while now. Over an hour, almost 2 hours. Either way, leave a like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment if you'd like, and I'll see everybody in the next episode.